Okay, on this job we actually have an opportunity to be using the Suntouch warm wire with the Heatmatrix, which is an uncoupling membrane, and you can see that what we'll be able to do is just serpentine the wire through it. We're going to be using Ardex X5 as our installation material for this as a modified thin set, and then we're going to use Ardex liquid backer board to encapsulate the wire, protect it, get us a nice flat surface. With this port also we're going to be using our edge strip kits. Edge strip kits are a synthetic cord. We're going to put it vertically around the whole room. It'll contain the self-leveler and then give us a perimeter soft joint. Okay, just remember, level is desired, but flat is required when we're using our large format tiles. Okay, the first step that we want to do, we want to install our edge strips, because then we're going to put our Heatmatrix mat right up through them. Like I mentioned, it's a peel and stick product. Just peel it, put it vertically on the wall, push it tight down to the floor, and that one's done. Just going to continue around. There is no waste, so any pieces that we cut, we can just use the remainder, starting out of the other corner. Yeah, this is going to provide a soft joint barrier and contain our self-leveler. Okay, here's a trick for this temporary jam. What we're going to do is we're going to go tight, and like we did around the toilet collar, split it in half. Then we can take one piece, put it down onto the ground. We're going to have a threshold here, so that'll work out fine. And then the second piece, we'll attach the face of it to make an L, and again a temporary barrier for our door opener. Okay, our next step, we're going to pre-cut the Heatmatrix, and we'll show you how you do that before we mix up our thin set. Alright, the Heatmatrix mat, cuts very simply, standard utility knife. Cut it nice and tight up to our edge strip kits, just so that we already have that soft joint perimeter, and it's a matter of just filling in the spaces. When you're cutting consecutive mats here, just make sure that your pattern lines up, because then that'll make sure that your wires are all in the same spot. So just a little FYI. Okay, our next step to embed this, we're going to use a 1/4 by 1/4 trowel. We have our thin set mixed up much looser than if it was a normal tile installation. So it's just a matter of removing the piece out of the way, pouring, and we want to use the back side of the trowel to key in the thin set first, and then we're going to use the notch side for embedding our material. After our thin set's trowel out, it's a matter of just laying the mat into the wet thin set. In this case, I'm just using this wood float. Make sure that we're embedding into the wet thin set. It's a good idea every once in a while to just peel back. Make sure you're getting a good transfer of the thin set onto the back of the mat. Go ahead and set it into the wet thin set. Okay, we're done with the mat. We pulled our cold lead and our sensor wire up through, hooked up our loudmouth. You hear that sound? If you hear that sound anytime during the installation, make sure you stop. That means you compromise the wire. We're ready to do our wire. Alright, we're ready to string our cable. We're going to use our 2-inch spacing because we're on a slab here. We've got a little buddy that will help us string the cable. Okay, we're just using a float to install the material. Very simple. Just back and forth. Okay, before we go any further, as mentioned, let's not forget the sensor wire. Sensor wire is going to go in between one of the loops of the wire and out into the middle of the room here, and that should be fine. Okay, now that we strung our wire, I'm very happy with the coverage. We mixed up our liquid backing board as per the instructions. Now it's time to just pour. I got a little bowl flow here that we're going to just push the material around so that we encapsulate the wires. Mix up a second batch, and then just continue until we're complete. Okay, we're here back on our second day. The liquid backer board is nice and hard, solid, flat. Now what we're going to do with our tile, we're going to tile up to our edge strips, and then we'll cut them off afterwards. That'll leave a 5/16 soft joint around the whole perimeter, which is great when we have floor heat systems. Okay, we want to thank our friends at Suntouch for providing us with the Heatmatrix and their cable. Ardex, thank you so much for the liquid backer board. It worked great with pre-filling on top of that matrix. And if you have any questions whatsoever about the edge strip kits, make sure that you contact me personally, Phil, at edgestripkits.com. I'd love to answer any of your questions, field any of your comments. Now it's time to just enjoy this floor. Thanks a lot for watching. Alright, we pulled our cold lead up through here and hooked up our loudmouth. We also pulled up our sensor wire. Do not forget the sensor wire. We're ready to